So You Want to Be a Hero is made by and for ostensibly mature adults. As such, be advised that it may contain violence, sexual themes, and strong language such as raspberries or fook.
It's fuck. The word is fuck, Trevor.
Oh.
Full content warning can be found in the episode description.
Fuck.
Welcome to So You Want to Be a Hero, a real play Dungeons & Dragons podcast where 5 best friends said fuck it and pressed record. I'm your host, John Garza, and with me always are my 4 best friends. Laus Weindel!
Yo!
Emily Robinson.
Actually, there's 3 of us.
Davis McQueen.
I'm so happy to be here today.
And not with us here, but in spirit is Brad.
Rest in peace.
He's not dead.
You killed him! Where
No
is he?
one can prove it.
Bring him back and I'll believe you that he's not dead.
You'll be the next one gone.
Whoa.
What?
Anyway.
What?
Welcome and thank you for joining us. It's so good to see everyone. You know what time it is, though?
Now here comes our favorite part. Of the bitchin' episode.
It just started with bitchin' episode.
Here we go. It's awful nice.
Aspirational.
Rolling numbers
Makes
is our
sense.
vice.
Here's the best
It's
part.
Dice Breaker. Who will roll the lowest now? It's Dice Breaker. Roll his D20s and then we'll roll the D100 and we will hear the questions asked. Now it is time for Dice Breakers. It is Dice Breakers. Hey, did you hear? Now it is time to person dice.
You will listen to it twice.
What? All right. Well, I rolled a 5.
All right. So everyone knows exactly how this works. I need all of y'all to go ahead and roll me a D20, and then the one with the highest will roll for our question with a D100.
5.
3.
7. Oh, sorry.
Shit, this is like 3 or 4 in a row for you, my dude.
Whoa, I won with a 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Strong start to this episode.
Nice.
You know, it bodes well for all my villains. I'm very pleased.
You're welcome.
All right.
I'm about to burn this fort down around them. I'm so excited.
You are
Now if you roll 7, so you're
very
not.
confident. But go ahead. What was roll me your D100?
Oh, yes. 100?
Did you actually?
Again?
Yeah.
All zeros?
You son of a bitch.
Wait, I'm sorry. I got 10 on this one and a 0 on this one. Is that a 10?
That's just 10.
That's
Oh.
just a 10.
Oh, I see. I misread it. 10.
Okay.
That
He's a
works better
teacher,
because I know
everyone.
100 is not on your.
Yeah, it's not on my
teaches
list. I was
the
gonna
youth.
have to vamp a question again.
I don't teach them dice.
Okay.
All right, he doesn't teach children how to gamble. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Although in middle school,
Oh, there we go.
That just
And
makes
it's
them
gone.
losers.
in middle school, my choir teacher, we did Guys and Dolls, and she did teach us how to shoot crap, which I thought was great.
But anyway, the question for consideration today is name a role that hurt you the most as a player. You really wanted to roll well, but it just came out so bad.
I know a role that hurt John the most as a human.
All right, fucker. It was about you, not me. This is about you.
All right.
All right, so the lowest was actually Emily this time.
It was.
All right, so
Hang on just a sec.
let me hear
while
about-
I verify this.
Do you guys feel like this is like perfect heist music?
Yes.
It is.
It is. I used it when we were telling a heist story way back in the day.
Okay.
I just really like it. It's like a fun vibe for Dice Breakers.
Vibe. I gotta think of a fucking dice roll.
I have one. You weren't there.
All right. I got it.
Oh, I know.
All right.
The entire fucking episode 10 of Rhyme and Reason.
So, is that where you were stealing the book and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I got one nat 20 and everything else was below a 10.
Honestly, my favorite episode.
Fuck you too, Laus.
It was a pretty bad episode, I will admit for you. I ended up cutting like 40 minutes of not opening
Of just
the door.
me sobbing.
I'm just not opening the door. And then Laus being Moses.
That was great.
It was great. We just didn't have the time for it.
Oh man.
What do you
All
mean?
right.
We cut 40 minutes.
Yeah, we just didn't have the time for it.
Oh wait, what?
All right, Laus.
All right.
I need yours, please.
Easily. We talked about this previously on the podcast, but it's when John TPK'd us as a red dragon. All I had to do was make one wisdom saving throw that succeeded, and we could control the dragon to not kill us. And I failed it, and John killed the entire world.
Yeah, he killed our party. And then
then
he killed the
literally
world that our
erased
party
the world.
existed in.
Well, he reset it.
No,
Nope.
it got erased,
Nope.
dude.
Oh,
It's gone.
the Wizard King gave up and just.
It did. He
That's-
started
that's-
fresh.
Thanos
That's the one
snapped
I regret
everybody.
the most.
That's the one you regret the most.
Yeah.
Fair.
It was down to me too, because I looked at it and we were playing online, and I could have lied, so the game continued. And I went,
You and your fucking integrity.
I know! It sucks! I should have lied!
All right, Davis, tell me about your saddest moment in D&D.
It's more fun you didn't lie. I respect
Is
that.
it? Because that game ended.
Okay. All right. Mine feels inconsequential.
This is when Davis confesses that he actually hates playing with us.
Well, this is how it happens. Okay.
I needed the break. Okay. So this was pre-Lost joining us, but there was, in our very first game we played together, we infiltrated like a ball, and my rogue was the help, right? And the Tempest Bros were out in an alley fighting Chain Demon. They kept summoning more Chain Demons to fight. And I was pretty new to roleplaying, and this was some of the best roleplay I had ever done, trying to like endear these servants and get information about these nobles. And every single roll I rolled was fucking awful, and it was all so inconsequential, and it broke my spirit just a little bit. Like, I was so sad, and I'm still sad about it.
Takeaway message. Sometimes, DMs, just give them advantage. Let them enjoy a success. Unless you're me, then watch them sob as their world burns.
Jesus.
I didn't sob
I did.
on the outside.
Alrighty.
That was a lesson learned game for sure.
It was a lesson learned for everyone involved, I think.
Yeah.
Including me. 'Cause
Oh.
I learned a lot about... I was very ambitious with some of the mechanics I put in that game. Time travel, boys? Hard. Very difficult. Maybe really consider an alternate method for your plans.
Or
Oh, referencing before we started recording, the whole time travel idea showed up in 7th Time Loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy. Which is a great anime I just discovered.
Okay.
And I made John watch it, and when we got to the first loop, he was like, oh my god, this is my idea, isn't it? Yes.
wow, they
Yes, it
stole
was.
your idea. How do you feel about that, John?
Or John watched that anime many years ago.
No.
It wasn't out yet, but
Our game was before this anime came out.
I'll be honest, I figure somebody has thought of my idea long before I did, so...
Speaking of great ideas, okay, I got a movie idea about a shark. And
Does it jump?
No, that's an orca movie idea.
Oh.
I haven't, where it jumps over like a little boy.
Okay.
You just brought me back to part of my childhood. It's so long. Like in Free Willy and Air Bud. What happened to like animal movies? Sorry, tell us your movie.
We've completely
No, that
derailed
was
your
the
story.
joke. I was gonna reference Jaws, but then Emily asked about jumping, and so I segued into Free Willy, and it worked. It worked better than Jaws.
All right. Well, Laus, are you and Forte ready?
Oh, let me go ask him. Hey, Forte. Yes. Are you ready to do this? I have been waiting for you to shut your whore mouth this whole time. Okay, cool.
Language, Forte.
Sorry, Trevor. Well, now
is
that
this
they're
weird
done
bit he's
yapping
doing?
about, I'm sorry. Do you have something to say? Would you like to speak to the whole class?
Do your recap.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Tango doesn't like to break the fourth wall.
Well, that's my whole bit for this recap, so don't ruin it for me. All right, so last episode, a few things happened. One, we got fun new nicknames. And by we, I do mean mostly me. Magic Fingers, which I like. I feel like it really accentuates my magic and my fingers. So, I will say this last episode was really full of a lot of Forte follies. A few of them, Ortho the Silent Monk became Ortho the Crazy Old Man. Turns out when you ask a tavern that has no rooms for rooms, they start to judge you very harshly and ask a lot of questions that you do not have the answers to, so you need to lie, and then your friend Trevor has to pretend to be Eric and save you and call them a grandfather and take you away. But meanwhile, you're yelling about being a hermit in outside of Taran. Also, I almost killed a man by going to his brain and being his grandfather, which then we learned he was very racist, and gave him a heart attack. Thankfully, Trevor was there once again to save the day. Trevor is also a horse whisperer. He tucks horses into bed and befriended the dark horse, also known as Shadow, who is the horse of Commander Dawnhorn. Now here's the interesting part. Trevor reshoed this horse. Why did this horse need a shoe? This is the real question. We're all trapped inside. Okay. John's flipping off Davis for some reason. Anyway, speaking of Tango, he ran into an old flame from his cult, and she made him feel bad about not following his path. So, what did he do? He started a cult. We saw the militaristic side of his militaristic sex cult finally, and now he's, I think, convinced all of them to burn down Arminsguar, or at least be the change they want to be, so to speak. Oh, right. Now this is the most important part. There's a horse pervert abound. Horse pervert's name is Pete. Pete the horse pervert. He enjoyed watching the horses just a little too much. Speaking of Pete, this episode of So You Want to Be a Hero is brought to you by Charlie's Kids Casino, now under new management. Please see their new special attraction by animatronic horses brought about by their new CEO, Pete.
Must be 18 years or older to enter.
Oh, yes. Good job, Trevor. Thank you. Why are you looking at me, Tango? I can't help it. It's a pony show. Why are you laughing? It's a show full of ponies, right, Trevor?
And no dogs allowed.
Exactly. Oh, also, apparently some poor sap lost his sheep named Jester. That was weird.
This is a great recap.
Look, they're not all going to be gold, but I had my notes in front of me, and they're accurate.
All right. And one slight message from God, Forte. Apparently, all of us here at How You Want to Be a Hero have been mispronouncing...
How You Want to Be a Hero?
So
what show are you on?
So You Want to Be a Hero have been mispronouncing the name of the empire we're in. It's real instead of rule.
What?
So, note from God. Sit right on through text.
What?
Is it real or rill?
Real.
It's not rule?
It's R-E-E-L.
It's not R-U-H-L?
No, he spells it R-Y-L.
What? Okay. Okay. Listen here, God. From now on, when you come up with names, I'm gonna need a pronunciation built in right next to it. Otherwise, I'm gonna pronounce it how it's written. Because the Y makes a Yule sound, like Yule log. I guess there's a U next to that one. So I guess real actually makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Turns out I'm just a dumbass. Withdrawn. You're lucky this time.
Anyway, you sent that message. I had to sneak it in. All right. So, here we go, everyone.
So what is it? Tango?
The black sky cracks open, as if tears of a lost and forgotten god weep for what once was its loved creation. The night sits heavy over Arminsguar, like ink choking out the brief sparks of light. The trees whip back and forth, cracking under the god's primal sorrow as perversions of their creation spill forth from the deep wounds laid upon it. The hubris of these mongrels to claim it to be in their own name. How humorous it was to watch that which they loved slit the throat of their creation and call it an act of love for the gods. What hypocrisy it is to speak for a god you know exists, but choose to harm. Further, what humility to hear their words and decide you know better. The fire flickers in the camp as Regna's eyes meet yours, Tango, proclaiming to be the mouthpiece of the Flame Mother. You who have set this to war, these people. The group of you, quiet, as all around you, a small gathering of lost, sick, and weakened refugees prepare themselves. She meets your gaze, and there is loss. What on earth are you playing at?
Well, it's time. We've got to start making a stand now.
Now? There are 8 of us.
That's all we need.
Some of them are so weak they can't even move.
Listen, even they can be useful. We've got to prepare the fort for the coming invasion. We can take this out.
How many are coming to invade? This is a fort of a couple hundred soldiers.
You only need a half dozen to topple. I mean, you remember the logging camp, right?
Sure, those
was
were
it.
loggers.
They had security.
Sure, a few hired thugs.
Listen. How many of them out there can wild shape?
I have no idea what they're capable of. I just know they've killed 4 of us so far. Before your outburst, in the center of town, do you think there will be no repercussions?
Okay. Yes, I got a little worked up. And yes, there was some fire magic. But we can do this. We've done this before. And we have to do this. And you know what, Regna? If our people can't help, that's fine. We'll 3 do it.
But don't volunteer me for anything.
I need you on propaganda duty.
Okay, well, I guess I could do that.
Okay.
I'm not fighting anything. I'm just playing music.
Not unless you want to. And look, the weak ones out there, they can help. I'm thinking pamphlets, you know? Dawnhorn's horse eats better than you. It's true. We've seen it, right?
No, you left. Trevor, what happened with Dawnhorn's horse?
Sorry, I heard a guy
it
Pete
eats
talking
better
about
than
it.
just about everybody.
Oh,
His name's Shadow, by the way. Real sweet horse.
you befriended it?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Have
that
you
makes
looked
sense.
around? There's not just soldiers in this fort. And even the soldiers themselves are discontent. This place is a tinderbox ready to go up, and we can take advantage of that. And we need to find our friend and to take care of whatever the fuck this evil is that's corrupting the entire forest. It is our calling to purge with fire.
I understand our calling. I just think that maybe walking right up to it and throwing a bomb into a building isn't the way we're going to handle this.
Oh, no, absolutely not. I'm thinking propaganda detail led by Forte. Trevor?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you feel about assassinations?
Bad.
Okay, you're on backing up latrine and corrupting the water supply duty. It's very simple. You just need large... Say again?
That's going to cause a lot of disease.
Well, it's a little bit of the point, but not like poison the water supply. Just cut it off, right?
I mean, if you back up the latrines, then the water supply is going to go.
Realistically, what'll happen is it'll divert some of the soldiers' forces to cleaning or fixing the latrine system, which is a sheer necessity.
Here's the question, Tango.
I will handle the assassinations.
I thought
I'm
we
sorry. Wait.
What time frame do you expect us to have here?
We can do this in a couple days.
You think you can start an insurrection in 2 days?
No, but I think I can sow enough discontent that when the insurrection starts, people will rise up. We're also going to need somebody to sabotage the ballistas. That is a top priority.
I'm so torn. I'll be honest. I've never seen this side of you, Tango. I do not know how to react. You have such a take charge attitude.
Trevor blushes.
Look, I'm sorry. What is your name? Rena?
Regna.
Regna, with a G, understood. We are searching for our missing friend. Clearly, we believe they have been kidnapped and taken here. So, I suspect maybe Tango's leading to us needing a distraction of some sort to be able to go inside this facility? Or we already have someone sort of on the inside and we just need to build them up a bit more.
Who's that?
The new stable boy, Eric.
Oh. I was only inside the stable. Do we need somebody inside the stable?
No. Sorry. You have made connection with the guards. It's not strong, but there's a connection there. If there is a way where we can make you liken them, then there's a way to get you inside the building to search around. And maybe the way to do it is to stop the heinous uprising from happening.
All I'm saying is 2 days of hunger is about all it takes for an uprising to occur.
Sure.
Do you know where the storehouse is for the grain?
Sure. It's in the middle of the barracks.
Great. We need to go there anywhere and destroy the armory.
In the middle of the barracks, Tango. I like this sabotaging the ballistas idea.
Yeah, that makes good sense.
Hear me out. I want to take your idea and I want to utilize it. I like it. It's good. We're heroes. Sorry, you're heroes. Shit.
Right. And Trevor winks at Tango.
You're heroes. The two of you are the heroing party. However, your idea is a good idea to stop. Do you get what I'm saying? We can get you in to the prison, and by ergo getting Trevor inside as well. By capturing you.
Are you? So you're suggesting I get arrested?
Yes, but you do need to cause a little mayhem first, and Eric will be the one to bring you in.
Okay.
And maybe that...
I actually really like this plan, but my only reservation is what if they just kill me?
That's why... Well, you can't get caught. Destroy the ballistas. Cause some chaos. We know what you look like from the big fire thingy. And then we just dirty you up a little bit and have Trevor, through playing, drag you into the barracks or into the tavern or wherever and be like, I caught him. Because here's the thing. This is why they won't kill you. Deet.
Sorry?
Gosh, guys, we came up with this nickname like an hour ago. You know, Dr. Dan.
Oh, Deet.
Interesting.
He will want to keep you alive, just like he kept me alive. Just like we hope he has Sparrow alive. God.
I would like
Said
to have
that
a
out loud.
word with
Love
that
that.
motherfucker.
Almost on cue, you hear a sword strike and a cry from the people outside. And panic begins to wash through the tents.
Well,
As you take a step outside, pushing aside, you see 3 guards. A younger man sits in the front, sort of dim and dirty plate armor, a long sword in one hand, and he's got one of the older women from your conclave by the hair, sort of pushed down on a knee, clearly bruised and battered across the face, with 2 guards flanking him from behind as he looks out across the people sort of moving about in panic. All right. Where's that damn speaker? Come on, come forth.
Well, look.
Ho there, sir and or ma'am.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, my name is Eric. I work in the stables.
Right. Eric. You're not who I'm looking for. Shut up and sit down. As he eyes gaze across.
Can I assist you in some way?
I'm looking for the halfling man. The speaker who brought fire to the sky and threatened the sanctity and civility of our home here in Arminsguar. Where is he? And you see the hand tighten as the woman winces.
I am going to Misty Step right behind this guard and stab him in the back.
What?
Because fuck this.
So I'm in the tent with you, and you just go, bloop, and I'm like, oh, shit.
In a puff of magic, appearing from the slitted rain, almost a ghost from the darkness, from behind him, you pull forth a dagger, and you strike. Roll to hit.
Do you have a dagger?
I do. 17.
A 17.
No, I'm so sorry. Soft 20.
A 20 will hit.
Cool. Thank God. It's not a lot of damage.
Go ahead, roll damage.
5.
No reactions or anything?
5. So as you strike into his back, you hear a groan of pain as you manage to push through the thickened and hardened leather and draw blood from the edge of his torso. As his head whips around, that's him! Grab him! And the other two guards quickly pull their blades, preparing for combat. Everyone,
Well, based
roll.
on the
initiative.
conversation we were having, can I try to grab Tango?
You're gonna roll. You're gonna run at him and try to grab him. Roll initiative. The order matters.
Shit.
9.
16.
Okay.
8.
Okay. So with that, you're up first. The guards wheel around to look at Tango as the man in the front throws the woman into the mud onto the ground and spins to you. You watch as Regna steps out of the tent and you can see fire coalescing at her hands. But right off the jump, Trevor, you move first.
I'm gonna run and try to grab Tango in like an arm lock.
All right. Are you resisting this? You just stabbed this guy.
I am not going to resist.
Okay. Roll to hit with advantage.
Can I just allow him to tackle me?
Well, there's 3 guards also trying to grab you. I'm saying
Okay.
there's a little more nuance to this.
Okay.
That's why he gets advantage, though.
21.
All right, a 21. You move by them and go to grab Tango. And with his help, you grab his arm and shove his face into the dirt. And you watch as the man in front turns and looks at him.
And I shout, I got him. So they know I'm on their side.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
My goodness.
I mean, at least he did persuasion and not deception.
19.
Okay.
Paladin.
You watch as the man turns, and instead of taking his blade and driving it into Tango, fucking mutt, he smashes his foot into the back of your head into the ground. You're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. All of you. Does he speak for you? Are you unhappy here in our home? As he looks across the crowd that's sort of watching quietly, in Regna's hand dissipates as she sort of takes a step behind you.
However, you do hear from behind, you killed my sheep! And
Oh no.
the nameless guy just comes forward and just he's poor and defenseless and weak, but he takes a swing at the paladin guy.
So as he steps...
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Oh no, did I do something to Trevor?
So as he steps forward...
Did I ruin this plan just by playing in the game?
Do you just attack the guard?
As he steps forward...
He inspired him last episode.
From the distance...
I'm a very inspirational figure.
As he steps forward, from the distance, there's a crack of thunder. And then... And the man, before the fist even reaches the guard, you watch his head shift to the side as a red mist comes out the other edge. And he hits the ground. Half of his face and head blown to pieces.
Jester, no!
Jester was the sheep. Jester was the sheep.
You watch as a smile sort of crosses the guard's face.
So Trevor is using his whole body to hold Tango down, but also like shielding Tango with his whole body. But as soon as that happens, Trevor's head comes up and he's trying to track where that came from.
You watch a second body fall as from the darkness far beyond sight, as thunder cracks.
A second refugee?
A second refugee.
Oh, fuck this. Whose turn is it?
It's your turn.
Great.
Be like, where's my turn?
I turn into a giant ape.
Why? What is wrong?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
This is called anger. I have it, and at least this smiling fuck is gonna die. I might die.
I miss you, Tango.
All right. You.
I'm sorry. I'm not a high enough level for a giant ape. I'm just an ape.
I mean, we all know what a normal gorilla does. So you turn.
That still is terrifying.
Yeah, you turn into an ape as
Or
you
chimpanzee.
lose control over his limb. All right, Tango.
I'm gonna raise both my fists up, and I'm going to slam them down on this guy's head. The
Okay.
smiling guard.
Roll
So
to hit.
I don't get any sort of... I was physically on top of him.
Yes, he turned into a giant monkey. Unfortunately, since you were just playing along, unless you are going to try to restrain this monkey, I'll give you a contested athletics. If you really think Trevor would try to stop him.
Trevor would, but I don't want to be that asshole player.
Okay. Roll athletics. You'll have disadvantage. Go ahead and roll athletics, Davis.
Okay.
As the monkey.
As
so-
the monkey?
Yes.
I got an 8.
Total? Is that with the modifiers from the monkey?
Yeah, it's 3 plus 5.
Okay.
With disadvantage is a 13.
Okay, you managed to control it. Your attacks will be at disadvantage.
So my highest is an 11.
11. Neither one will hit.
Great. I am freaking out, but I can't hit this guy.
Okay. Forte.
Okay, first thing I would like, if you are cool with it, my free action to
I know you're mad at me.
We have
Speak-
never
speak
lost
to
a plan so quickly.
Tango in their mind.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. You speak to Tango.
Tango, calm down. My precious little leather daddy, I need you to calm down right now. Hey, bud, it's me, your good friend Forte. Listen, this plan can still work. Trevor has just grappled a monkey. You can make him look amazing right now, but I need you to breathe. I need you to understand. And I get where the rage comes from, but you need to yield to Trevor. And only Trevor. Otherwise, that gun is going into your brain next. And I can't bring people back from the dead. We need you. You're the key to saving Sparrow. Please breathe. I will sing the pajama song with you if you do this. I will owe you exactly one favor. No questions asked.
That is the end of your 6 seconds. You may respond within 6 seconds.
Okay. That was very persuasive, and I recognize you are right. So Trevor has me in like.
He's got one of your arms.
Okay. So he's holding onto my arms, and I transform back into a little halfling, and he's just holding me dangling by one arm.
Okay.
I surrender. Just leave these people alone.
As you say that, you see the man's face turn to you. I think we're a little bit past that, aren't we? And he goes and he takes his fist and smashes you across the face as Trevor is holding you. You take another 5.
John, if I die, it is on you.
Does anybody want to
I
do
have
anything?
an action left.
Okay.
I spent a week with Dr. Theron.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to speak into that paladin's mind as Dr. Theron.
As Dr. Theron. Okay, go for it.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he has a Russian accent.
Something's close.
Close
yeah,
to these.
Yeah, we'll figure it
He's
out.
got a European accent.
Vaguely Eastern European.
And in very sharp and harsh
Communist
words,
accent.
I go, "You may hurt him, but he must live. And then bring him to me."
You see confusion and fear, and I need a deception at disadvantage.
What I was going to say before Laus spoke, which may or may not alter the disadvantage.
Sure. I'm listening. Let's see.
I'm also listening.
See what you got for me.
Is Trevor was going to let that one punch land and then say, all right. That's enough now. We got to turn him in. They're going to want to talk to him.
That is not going to help at this point.
I wasn't stopping the punch either. I was waiting till after
Yeah,
that
go
punch
ahead.
to speak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
I wasn't stopping the punch.
You said deception?
Yeah, deception.
You did some
At
stuff. You
disadvantage.
kind of earned it.
You know, I'm a hero. I can't watch people
Okay.
get murdered. Especially when I know I can murder this guy.
You can, but then
Even
you'll
at
get murdered and
disadvantage.
everyone else will get murdered.
It's an 18.
Okay. You watch him. His mind wrinkles as his brow furrows. You can tell he's never had someone speak directly to his mind as he grimaces for a moment. And what was clearly going to be another strike against Tango, he takes a minute and he looks ill. Would you like to continue?
Give him a seizure. You're good at that.
We did already establish me doing this.
That's how we take over the fort. Just one at a time.
Yeah.
Every card.
I would like to take a brief second before I continue to search his mind to see if he is trying to figure out where the noise is coming from and if he has the ability to kind of pinpoint. Like, does he have any magic in him?
Sure, go ahead and roll me insight.
All right, that's a 14.
From what you can see of the man, you don't sense magic. And from his reaction, you don't imagine he has been exposed to it.
Okay. So this is the only time I'm pushing my luck. Hurt him again, but don't kill him.
All right, roll me persuasion. Flat.
That'll be a 15, John.
Okay. So you watch confused his expression shift as he looks around, trying to figure out what is happening. You all right, boss? Yeah, I'm fine. And he just strikes you in the stomach with his pommel. And another 6 points. All right.
I hope you've enjoyed this hell you've been living in. Because when I'm done with you,
I
the
put
rest
my
of your
hand
life
over
is worse.
Tango's mouth.
Much worse.
That's enough out of you, little one.
He turns to the rest of your crew and he lifts a hand as you see the other guards on the wall. At which point,
You know, I can't sit here and watch everybody get massacred.
Y'all,
You didn't have to.
you really... I'm a paladin. If he does that, I gotta respond.
Right.
Why the fuck didn't you stay quiet?
He was murdering people.
He stopped!
He was beating you.
at this point,
Shit.
You see his eyes move behind you, and you hear the clop of horses' feet.
Shadow?
Your head turns, and from the inky darkness, you see a horse, darker than the night itself.
Wow, I was joking.
As it steps forward, there is a small glow of red to its eyes and the edges of its mane, its hoofs, eerily lighting the aged man on top, sitting in his beautiful full plate armor. Its color is also an ebon black. His face obscured by a cloak. And you watch as the 3 guards kneel and shove Tango to the ground, taking him from you, face first into the mud. Flanked by 7 more guards, was marching behind him. You imagine this man to be no other than Commander Dawnhorn, sitting astride his horse.
I will also kneel.
As he looks over at the group of you, you can see a sort of annoyance washing over his visage. And Regna, who is behind you, steps out of view back into the tent.
So now her and I are in the tent.
Yes. Just huddling back there, barely sort of peeking out. As he steps forward, his voice booms with the authority of command. What do we have here? Lieutenant, rise. You watch the man that you stabbed rise, keeping his head tilted downward, averting his gaze from his commander. Sir, we were quelling the uprising, putting the Villacaporians in their place. Sir, is that what was happening? And he looks at the weak and feeble people. Is that what was happening? You hear his voice directed towards you, Trevor, as he tilts his head and the horse shifts, leaving trails of ember and smoke behind its head. What did you see?
I'm not super sure, to be quite honest, because everything kind of happened so fast, but I stepped out of this tent, and then that gentleman was holding on to an old woman, kind of scaring her, and I asked what was going on, and then he said he was looking for the halfling that was talking, and something about fire. And then he said, there he is, and I saw a halfling, so I grabbed him.
Roll me deception. You know what was happening.
If anybody's got anything to help me out, now would be a great time.
It was silent bardic inspiration, to be quite honest.
You can try to hide it.
Do a mental bardic inspiration. Sing me a mental song.
I will let you make a performance roll.
Suddenly we are singing in the tent.
No, it's a mental song.
Okay.
It's
Singing in his
not
head.
coming out of my mouth.
Telepathy.
But we'll do a performance telepathy. Trevor, seeking words, that's true. Trevor, the hero within you. His name is Trevor, he is the best. He's here and he wears a really shiny vest. And he's the hero of the day. I missed it at the end.
All right, roll.
25.
Woo.
All right. You will have advantage on this deception.
Okay. First roll is 14. And 14 is the highest.
All right. As his eyes look discerningly at you, you can see that he doesn't fully trust that you don't know, but he's not sure enough to press it. as he turns and looks out as a crowd is beginning to gather. You see him march his horse to the center of this camp and look out at the streets and the people that have all sort of backed away and cowered from his sight. Does anyone wish to tell me what they saw? Or am I to just believe my lieutenant?
So
Let
in his
me check
head,
something.
In his head.
because my mouth is apparently pressed against the ground. Yeah. Your motherfucking dogs were picking
I've
on these
still
poor
got
refugees.
My hand over. Oh no, they took you away. I don't.
I have mental telepathy. This is in his head. You need to get control of your men, or all these people are going to rise up. This is a tinderbox, and they're the spark.
You watch his countenance straighten. What at first he looked tired. You can see the grizzled war veteran straighten and stiffen his jaw as he looks at the people, the groups that are beginning to coalesce. And he speaks. Law and order. They are the blood and sinew that keep civilization alive. A city beset from within cannot survive. That which knocks at our gates would see us all laid low, left under the dirt, torn asunder. Relian and Villacaporite, the same to those beasts out there. Our fates are intertwined, all of us. I've sent word to Kaladesh, requesting aid. Their majesties have seen fit to send us a great working of magic that need only be completed to ensure our survival. But each moment you draw myself and my men away from this working steps us closer to everlasting night. Your fear, hate, and bloodlust will be our undoing. The time ticks ever forward, and our ferry nears the shores of the underworld. I can no longer afford you time to learn reason, restraint, and civility. From this moment forward, there will be no more of this chaos. I grant the power to judge and execute punishment to my guard and my magistorum. We must. No. And he looks at you. We will be better. And he lifts his hand as the arrows fly into the camp, and everyone outside of Regna and you are struck down.
Wait. Everyone, including me and Trevor.
Not you two.
Okay.
You guys are surrounded by guards. He's not going to shoot into his guards. Take that one to the cells. And you, I think you will join him. And the horse moves away, leaving pain, destruction, and blood seeping in the rain.
So, as they're dragging me away, I am going, before they can start to disarm me and take away my equipment, I'm going to, if you're okay with this, DM, I am going to spend all of my magic, including the charges in my magic ring,
Okay.
and I am going to pray.
Okay.
And I'm assuming I have at least 90 seconds here to get through my prayer.
Sure, we're going in slow motion as the inner monologue of Tango begins.
O sovereign of ash and ember, Hear now the cries of your children wronged. In your searing name I summon purifying flame to scour the oppressors of this world. By spark, by smoke, by roaring blaze, I call upon your burning hunger. Let their bodies smolder and their hearts crack like charred wood. Witness, O crimson maw, the weight of my grievance, and let your wrath be kindled against those who have slaughtered your people. Together we shall consume the night. Me, your avatar, shall burn them beyond all recognition. Their words and deeds forever forgotten, I offer their bones as burnt offerings. Scattered to the winds of your dominion. Give me the strength to feed your altar. Show them the light of your holy inferno. Be it your holy will, Ignar of flame. Consume me with rage we share. Consume me. And I am basically hoping to turn into a giant avatar of Ignar by sacrificing myself.
All right. I will make this a roll.
God damn it, I hate dice. Someone give me a different dice.
Hold on. All right, Davis. There has been a number of things you've done to garner the Flame Mother's attention. Tango. There has been a number of things you've done to garner the Flame Mother's attention. You have spoken for her. You claim to be her chosen. Do you bear her item? Have you done the quest she sent you on? Have you moved in her will in some way? Besides this moment, if you were a god, deciding if you were going to listen, out of 25, how much would it take if you were honest with yourself?
Well, okay. Let me just
It's always a game with me.
let me just kind of put it in perspective, because you asked if I was a god.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I feel like you're looking for a more fair number, like 17 and above,
Sure.
right? I don't know what modifier you're asking for, right? So
Oh, you're just getting a 20.
right. So, but if I was a god, okay, first off, my follower just offered to sacrifice their life for a moment of my power. It cost me nothing, and my very limited number of followers, of which many were just slaughtered, and from whom I get my power, right, were just killed. I would absolutely make this a low DC. In fact, you wouldn't even have to ask me. But that's me as a god. You are God.
Sure.
So you speak for Ignar right now.
I will speak for Ignar. What you are asking is not free for her. There is only so many times they can intercede. But I will be kinder than I was going to be. I would like to see a 15.
Okay. Can I borrow a dice that someone feels like is a
That
lucky
flame
dice?
one of gold and red seems apropos. And if you would,
You're gonna verify my roll for the first time.
Pick one.
let us have this roll in front of everyone.
I am going to move away from my mic and let Davis take my spot.
Absolutely.
Here
And
is
I
my
would love it
microphone and my headphones.
if Laus would take a picture for us.
Okay. Hold on. Picture or video?
Both is fine. We'll put it on our social media after we release this episode.
All right. Nothing to do but roll this
Hold
dice.
on, let me get from Emily's perspective.
It's got 20 sides.
And 5 of them.
All right, and we are.
That's a 2. might go cry, actually.
In this moment, you have offered yourself to Ignar, a beacon of their power of flame. You reach out, and you feel the gaze as the heat wraps around you. You feel power. You feel warmth. And then you feel pain. Aching, rending, burning pain. You watch as light glows from his eyes, and fire begins to pool from his fingertips. In that moment, a flash from behind Forte, Regna shoots out of the tent and grabs you by the hands. You feel the power shared between the two of you. Her Genasi spirit more kin to the fire than you. And in that moment, you lose control and you push the flame into her. All of it. You watch as she screams and writhes and tries to pull from your grasp. As you watch that beautiful red of her eyes burn into black ash and soot until there is nothing left of her, as you are unable to control the power that Ignar sent you. And smoke and flame burning the leather, singeing, you watch as bits of his skin boil and pustule as blisters form, and you fall unconscious, avoiding the payment of your sins, because another has covered your tab. As everything begins to fade to black to you, and you begin to fall to the earth, you mirror Regna's, watching those burnt eyes as you both hit the ground, consciousness fleeting from you. What are Tango's thoughts before he passes into the darkness?
I don't really, I don't even know how to process this. I don't know how he processes this. I think I just begin to weep before I hit the ground and black out.
Tears that almost immediately turn to steam as you pass out unconscious. On the other side of the waking world, the two of you, in shock, watch this happen. As even above you, the clouds, there's a break in the night, a bright blue sky where the flame pillar descended from. The sign of Ignar's power. Before once more, the storm takes over. What do you do?
I'm just gonna grab a beer and sit back, y'all. You have fun. Go ahead and clean up my mess, please.
Can't, bud. I think it's 50-50 whether Trevor attacks Dawnhorn or goes to help Tango. So, higher than 10, Tango? Under 10, Dawnhorn?
What's your heart telling you?
I'm really torn. I wasn't until flaming column from the sky. And that kind of reset things a bit.
May I help you with your decision making?
You can try.
Please mansplain this situation to us.
How dare you?
This is a great time. Cheddar Jack, Charlie's Kid Casino brought you this firework display. Don't forget, we started our new animatronic show featuring Heat, the talking horse.
Big flaming column.
Yep.
Tango and Regna go down. covered in burns. Regna's eyes are burned out. Trevor screams. Has he been grabbed by the guards yet?
No.
Okay, then he's gonna run straight for Tango. Tango! Tango, stay with me. I'm here, here. And Trevor lays on hands. And God, I hope I still have all of my pool, because I don't have notes saying otherwise.
You were only missing 5 points from Willis.
Thank you. Okay. Which means I've got 25, and I pour everything into Tango.
Okay. You move to Tango, and you place your hands.
Oh, actually. It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
And you place your hands. What does the magic look like?
The veins in Trevor's skin light up with this sort of purplish pink glow. And it looks like sparkles are flowing through Trevor's veins, through his hands, into Tango. And it almost looks like Tango's body is sucking up that glitter and distributing it through his vascular system as the wounds start to close and scar up.
As you force this healing magic into Tango, you do and see the blisters begin to cover and scab. The color of his skin begin to return to normal, and scars begin to appear. As you're doing this, you see that there are 3 burned husks of the guards that were holding him.
Fuck yeah.
Turn to ash. You hear as the horse rides over to you.
It doesn't even really register with Trevor. He's like sobbing and hiccuping and just like, it's okay. You're okay. It's gonna be, you're okay. It's gonna be okay. Stay with me.
Start doing like CPR on him?
Yeah.
You begin to give CPR to Tango, but you can feel his chest moving on its own. But as you do, you're the only one close enough to hear this. You hear the flapping of wings. And you look up and you see a small black bird land on Dawnhorn's shoulder. And as the bird opens its mouth, I need you to roll me perception, as it's almost whispering into his ear.
I'm flattered you think I would notice this at all.
I'm giving you a perception check. I'm not saying you did.
I think I'd notice a talking bird.
Wow, 17.
Strangely, it cuts through the sound of the storm like a knife. Ooh, how very curious. Bring me the other one. I believe she could be of use. Do not let the body go to waste. So much majala. At which point you see Dawnhorn hop off the horse, grab Regna's charred corpse, and pull it up onto the steed. And not even giving you the time of day, ride off as he signals to his guards to apprehend you. And Tango.
They'll have to drag me off of Tango.
They will, with great effort, do that. Though there is one person of this party who is still yet to be seen.
The only person in the vicinity still alive.
Is there anything you would like to do, Forte? Or are you just gonna hang out?
I am terrified. I do not have the balls to just run out there to save a life. Both Trevor and Tango did. And Tango almost sacrificed his life to do it. That's not me. I'm sorry. It's not who I am. I don't know what I'm gonna do. but I know I'm not going to do it here.
As you sit there, hiding inside that tent.
I'm going to cast Dimension Door and go back to the stable.
Okay.
Wait, as you're giving that little speech to yourself, the camera turns and you're talking into a tiny mirror in this just saying it to yourself out loud.
You can't do this! You are a coward! Goodbye.
You dimension door to the stables.
Yeah, I now I do know I have to like do a little flurry with my violin. So someone might have heard that. Also, it's raining outside, so they might not have. But then I just disappear and I end up on the second level of the stable that I cleared out earlier.
Oh, all the way back at the... I got you now.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yes,
you, like,
yes. I understand now.
Is that a good distance? Is that...
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
So you appear on the second floor.
And then Is Willis still unconscious?
Yeah.
I go drag Trevor's armor up top, and I start cleaning it.
Okay, you begin to clean it. And as you do, on the other side, 300 feet away, give or take,
Give or take.
Trevor, you feel mud cover your face as you are shoved to the ground, arms and legs bound like a criminal. You're hauled to your feet as Tango is unceremoniously thrown over the shoulder of one of the guards. And you begin the long march towards the center of camp. The sort of clacking. You look behind you at the people now dead. People you couldn't save. It wasn't your fault. But you wondered, had I taken a different route? Seems to be a lot of people you haven't saved recently.
I just sob harder.
And you continue to walk, tears hidden by the rain. 20 minutes pass before a small stone structure, barely 30 feet by 30 feet, is laid in front of you. You are taken in. A cell of wrought iron, hay on the floor and mud, water dripping from the ceiling. The two of you are thrown in together. Left bound, you hit the dirt hard next to Tango. And the door slams shut behind you. Across town, inside the stable, the front door opens, awakening you from a very light sleep that you had just lulled yourself to. And you hear it open, and then the racking of a chamber. And and you hear Willis's body hit the floor. You look down and see a cloaked figure in all black, a gun across, looking, scanning the room. There is only one person that they're here for.
And that's where we're going to end for this time. Woo! All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. We're five best friends that said fuck it and pressed record. With you always is the master of trauma, John Garza, and my three mentally disturbed best friends, Laus Weindel,
Yo.
Emily Robinson,
Fuck it.
Davis McQueen.
You know what? I was going to say fuck you, John, but fuck you, Brad, for leaving John with us. You got lost in the woods, and you unleashed John on me.
What happened to you flirting with John every
That's
intro
what
and
I was
outro?
about to say.
I ran out of ways to say handsome in other languages.
You said it once!
All right. Everybody who's listening, please follow us on all our social media platforms like Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, YouTube. You can join our Discord server. It's a lot of Brad and Laus talking, but if you join, they'll talk to you.
That is true.
If you like the podcast, please share it with all your friends. Special thanks, of course.
Oh, and leave reviews.
Oh, that's true. Please leave reviews. But also,
Only 5 stars. If
Okay.
it's less than 5 stars, fuck off.
it's okay. It's okay. You can give us bad reviews. We just want people to
If it's
interact.
less than 5 stars,
Feed
keep
the
it in your
algorithm.
head.
Feed the algorithm. Feed the algorithm. But anyway, special thanks to the Bard Queen and Bard Officer for letting us use her song, Armageddon at Our Door. And please follow her on Spotify. But anyway, lots of love from So You Want to Be a Hero. And remember, stay heroic out there, guys.